Welcome back. Looks like mental health was the most popular topic of discussion on Twitter for Canadians this year. Bell Let's Talk was Canada's most used hashtag of 2016. That's according to new data released by Twitter. The chair of Bell Let's Talk Mental Health Initiative, Mary Deacon, joined us now in studio to talk some more about that. Thanks for coming in today.
Thank you.
Why do you think people are so much more comfortable talking about mental health issues online?
I think people are more comfortable talking about mental health issues, period. And, the growth of social media and the way young people in particular use social media to share their views about things is really elevating the conversation about mental health. And, what I think is particularly interesting is not only was hashtag Bell Let's Talk the most used Twitter handle in 2016, the hashtag mental health was also in the top 10.
Let's talk about stigma. Of course, Bell's been working towards dealing with the stigma surrounding mental health for a number of years. Do you, in your conversations with people, feel like there is a change?
There is definitely a change. I get to talk to people all across the country. And, whether it is on social media, in boardrooms, in classrooms, around the dinner table, at parties, people are talking more about mental health. It truly has become a part of the national conversation. And I think that it's proof that mental health is an issue whose time has come.
All right. So if the door has now been opened, what now? Where do you want that conversation to go? Where does it need to go?
Well, it needs to continue to grow. One of the wonderful things about social media is the kind of stories that people can tell. They can tell personal stories. Often we'll hear people expressing support for the issue, encouraging others to get engaged in the conversation. And this is really important because still, even though we're making progress, there's far too many people who suffer in silence, fearing stigma and discrimination. And so if it makes them feel less alone and makes it easier for them to reach out for help and support, then that's the bottom line. That's what we're looking for.
And it's, I guess, a much different situation to go online and find people who have experienced it and get support from them than it is sometimes from your friends or family who want to support you but maybe don't truly understand what your challenge is.
There's a role really that everyone can play. And one of the things that has been really gratifying to see is the breadth of engagement. So whether it's the Governor General, the Prime Minister, members of the royal family, politicians from all parties, celebrities, sports figures, everybody is joining the conversation. So everybody's talking about mental health. Everybody is affected by mental health either directly or indirectly. And it shows that we can all play a role in helping to eradicate stigma.
Lady Gaga today started talking about post-traumatic stress, which she's not sort of named before as her mental health issue. Do you think when people of her caliber come out and talk about it, people are surprised and maybe that makes them think a little bit more?
I think it does. We've been very fortunate in our campaign to have the support of people like Clara Hughes, Mary Walsh, Howie Mandel, and many others. And when people of the stature of Lady Gaga and others come forward and share their personal stories, it really helps challenge the perceptions of what people with mental illness are like and what they can do. Who would ever think Clara Hughes or Lady Gaga were weak or lazy? So it really helps challenge those stereotypes. And that's really what stigma is. We need to change the narrative to be one that people with mental health issues, when they can get the help and support they need, can move forward with their lives and achieve their full potential like Clara Hughes and Lady Gaga. And that's the message we need to convey.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
All right, Mary Deacon, of course, is with Bell Media, and she's with the Let's Talk initiative.